Well, good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. And today I'm really excited to share with you another watch review. Now today, I'm going to share with you a watch by a company called Delta T. If you're new to my channel, I mainly review watches, but I'll basically review anything that I get my hands on that I just want to share with you guys. I think YouTube is just an amazing website, and it has become one of the biggest search engines. And I really feel obligated to my subscribers and to the public to share, videos about things that I purchase with you guys, and because it's really nice to be able to get somebody's perspective on it. Everybody has different opinions, everybody has different experiences, and everybody has different tastes. So I think it's really gratifying to be able to share this with you guys. Now, if you're not new to my channel, you guys know I love watches. I'm a huge watch and cologne collector, but watches really is the one thing that I collect consistently, that I'm always getting my hands on another watch. It's really kind of an addiction for me. And the watch I want to share with you today is, again, by a company called Delta T. And what I've been doing in the last couple of weeks, I've been reaching out to what I would consider micro-brand watch companies. And micro-brand watch companies are basically like they're smaller watch companies that, just the smaller companies, that's the easiest way to say it. And a lot of these smaller companies don't get the exposure they deserve. They don't have, a huge budget for advertising like some of the big boys do. And so when you Google men's watch or watches, it's very difficult to find these companies. They're not paying thousands of dollars or millions of dollars to show up high in the search engines. You really have to know the name and be specifically looking for the product. I stumbled on this watch on one of the forums, and so that's a great way to discover new watch brands as well. So what I did is I've been reaching out to these different companies and letting them know what I do, and some of them have been very generous and very nice enough to send me products to review and wear and enjoy, and in the event that it'll help to market their brand. And I have to tell you, I've got my hands on a lot of really exciting watches, and this one is no exception to that. Now, a lot of times you'll see me review watches. Sometimes I'm more excited than on certain watches than others. You guys know my personality. I like the big, over-the-top dive-style watch, And so that's why I'm just a huge fan of like Invicta and Aragon, but I do feel like there's a watch for every occasion. And it doesn't mean that I don't wear skeletonized dress-style watches. It doesn't mean that I don't wear a Bulova once in a while. It just kind of depends on my mood, and I love to have a variety, okay? And so, but one thing about this watch I have to tell you is one of the most unique watches that I've ever seen to date. And I'm just really excited to share with you guys. Now, when I reached out to the company, the owner, Hiro, was so generous and so nice. He sent me one of their models, one of their very popular models, and this one's called the NBS. And I'm going to talk about that just in a little bit. But I have to just say one thing. Hiro, thank you so much for your generosity and sending me this amazing timepiece. This gentleman was so nice. He sent me number 1 of 300. And all their watches on Delta T are limited edition. So it's the kind of thing that if you like it, get it before they're gone, because once they're gone, they are gone. Now, before we dive into the watch review, if you guys have watched my videos before, you guys know normally I film videos in my office. And the only downside to that is that not only is it sometimes not fresh, but you guys have gotten used to me doing it like that, but the real problem with it is not the environment, it's the lighting. And so what I did today is I opted to film this video downstairs in my home where I have really great lighting. I just want to go ahead and drop another plug also for another brand that I really like, and I'm not getting endorsed by this brand. I picked up this brand in my home, and it's just really an exceptional product, and I'm really into the whole smart home stuff. And so what I've done is I have right now powered by, or not powered by, but in control by, we won't say her name because she'll activate, but you know who I'm talking about, an Amazon product, which will actually voice control all these lights, but in addition to that, I'm also using a Google Home. And so I can actually voice command all these lights to do what I want. And so right now, this room has got 4 LifeX 1000 bulbs, which are 1,000 lumens each, and you can see that the room is very well lit and very comfortably lit. And you can change the color and the Kelvin temperature of each one of the bulbs. I just have this set to like a soft white. So what I want to do is film it downstairs in my living room, and I want you guys to help me out with something. I'm eventually going to invest in having better lighting in my office so I can, film these videos wherever I feel like. But I want you guys to tell me, if you guys have watched my other videos, tell me what you think of this environment. Do you think this is a better environment for me to film these watch reviews due to the lighting and due to just how everything looks? So I really want your opinion. If you like it more in the office, I want to know that, because eventually I'm going to get, I'm going to install these same lights in my office. I just have to wait till summer when the weather is a little nicer, okay? So with that being said, let me know what you think just off the subject of the watch review. So let's dive into the watch review. So I'm going to go ahead and sit down for a second here, and I'm going to be moving around a lot, so I really want your opinion on what you guys think of the video. Remember, I don't edit my videos. I don't feel the need to present them in any kind of, I guess, staged or professional manner. I just really want to make these videos an honest review of the products that I share with you guys, and just be one-on-one, and just as if you were in my home with me and we were just, talking about watches, So let's begin. So here is the NBS watch by Delta T. Now I don't really know what the NBS stands for. As I re-review these watches or this watch at a later date, I'll get more information and let you guys know. But this is my initial impression of the watch. It came the other day, and I was so ecstatic to film the video. I did it in the office, and the lighting was horrible. And then I referred to the company as Delta, and I didn't even say Delta T, which is actually the company name. I was just so excited, I didn't even really think about it. So I wanted to re-review it, and I deleted that video. So here we go. So all the Delta NBS watches come in this, what looks to be, or very similar to what Invicta does in some of their watches, or their models. They send you this kind of dive-style case. This one here appears to be more of a harder plastic, so I'm not really sure if you were to drop this, if it would break. I know the Invicta ones are made of a softer plastic, so it seems like they have a little bit more, I guess they're a little more durable, but I mean, I just really keep them in the office, you know what I mean? But it is a very similar case. It does appear to have a release, some sort of, looks like some sort of auto valve on the side of the box. Not really sure what that's for. Probably something to do with I guess if you were to take this in the water. Two solid clips on the top here, or clasps. And of course, it does have a rubber surround, or rubber seal on the inside. So this watch does appear to have some sort of water resistance as well. So what I want to do is first show you the presentation of what this watch comes with. And I'm going to get a little closer to the camera here, just so you can get a couple close-ups here on what exactly you get. So I'm just going to kind of hold this in so it doesn't fall out. There's the watch and a few other items. So what I'm going to do is just sit down for a second here and go back. And then I was going to tell you what this watch actually comes with in the box. So it does come with the watch will come on your canvas strap, okay? And then of course, I'm not sure if there is a color options on this. I think that all the watches come with this color canvas strap, but don't quote me on that. You have your tools. You have kind of like this hex style screwdriver, or it's more of like an Allen wrench. It's a hex size, but it's got like this knurled kind of handle on it. So I'll show you what that stuff's for in a second. And you have the same thing in a smaller size. And of course, I'll show you the watch in a second. I just want to show you this right here. It comes with what is like sort of like a business card or a plaque. It basically shows you the company logo, the name by Delta T, and of course it tells you a little bit about the watch and the serial number. And these are limited edition to 300. And Hero was nice enough to send me #1 of 300. So man, thank you so much. I'm ecstatic. On the back, it has a little warranty information. Just kind of a really nice addition to your purchase. And that's made of some sort of looks like aluminum or stainless steel. Looks like aluminum actually. So as far as the watch is concerned, I opted to go with this particular color combination. I'm gonna get a little closer and I'll tell you what it looks like, or tell you a little bit about it. I mean, so here it is right here. This is the NBS by Delta T. Now this watch is available in several different color combinations. I opted to go with a tan leather strap, and they're all done on leather straps. There are no bracelet versions of this watch available. You can get it with, I believe it's like some sort of blue. You'll have to look it up on the internet site because I'm reviewing this watch today. But it's like some sort of like bluish. I don't know if it's anodized or whatnot, but it's a blue coating. Then it is available in like a purple, and then your classic stainless steel. And this particular version right here, which is I'm just ecstatic about. This is called bronze aluminum. And if you're unfamiliar with bronze, basically bronze, when exposed to salt water, will actually patina, which helps to seal the watch in and make it more durable and protect the finish. It's like a natural occurring protection that happens. Now, I'm not going to take it into salt water because I like the way it looks just by itself with the bronze. But it really, really is a beefy, very exceptional, very well-made timepiece. The leather strap on this is super thick, 5 millimeters thick. It's more like a belt. You see how thick it is? The watch itself has these large pillars right here. You'll notice the 3 pillars. This thing looks more like a reactor, for God's sakes. This one here has kind of like this, I'll read you exactly what it is in a second, but like kind of like a brushed, textured face, which is kind of like the same color as the actual case. It's like a bronze color. You do have in like this almost Mercedes-style viewing window right there. You can see the skeletonized case with the, you can see the Miyota movement behind that. And what these pillars do is they actually sandwich the face of the watch and the back of the case together, which gives you that 3,300 feet of water resistance, that is an exceptional amount for a dive watch. Huge buckle on this here and strap holder, massive. And all the what would normally be referred to as pins on this are actually hex screws, and that's what those tools are for. So if you want to size or remove the band on this watch or put on the leather one, it came on the canvas strap. You use both hex screwdrivers. Basically, you hold one end of the nut or the screw and you turn it with the other one. And I have to tell you, I've had watches before with that threaded screw system, and the quality of these screws are very good. There's no chance you're going to strip them. I like that they use a hex design on that, where you get a nice tight bite on the screw and you don't have to worry about stripping anything. Now, this is not a watch that you would remove the band very quickly. There's no quick release system. It will take you probably about a half hour to remove the band on this thing here. And just be very careful when you do get the watch, or if you do make the purchase to buy the watch, that you do it on the kitchen floor or somewhere where the screws are very small. So don't do it over a carpet. You'll never find it if you drop it. So there's let me get down here for a second here. So naturally you have the face of the watch. Try to get in as close as I can. You see that awesome bronze finish. The automatic helium release valve on the side. Those big, huge pillars. Your polished Delta T logo on the back, mirror polished. Screw down case back, of course. Your crown with this really great knurling on it, which is very easy to pull and adjust the time. And this is an automatic watch, folks, as well. This is powered by an automatic Miyota movement. I'll tell you what that is in just a second. Case diameter on this thing here is 49 millimeters. But I believe they're measuring that just at the case. I mean, if you start to include the rest of this, it appears much bigger. I mean, on my wrist, I would say this is, if I had to just look at it by the way it looks, I would say this watch is more like a 55. But if you go all the way from end to end here on length, it's like 66. So this is a huge timepiece. And I'm sure it's just as heavy in the stainless steel, but in this bronze aluminum, it is very heavy. This is a tank of a watch, guys. All right, so let me sit down for a second. I want to tell you a little bit more about the watch. I was going to read you some specs right off their website, and then I'll go ahead and show you some wrist shots, and we'll close on that. So I just got to pull up the phone because I have my computer in front of me. So this one here is powered by a Japanese Miyota automatic caliber 8N24 movement. It's got 21 joules. You're looking at, it beats 21,600 beats per hour, and more than a 40-hour power reserve on full wind. You have your luminous markers on this thing here, and if I didn't show you, if you couldn't see close enough, or you probably can't see it from here, but I'll get closer in a second here. You have some really exceptional lume on this. I mean, I basically had this thing outside for maybe I just walked from my car into the kitchen. Even in daylight, you could see this thing glowing. It's got huge lume on it. A little bit more about the watch. Again, it's done in aluminum bronze. It's a satin sandblast finish. You have screw down 316L stainless steel inner bottom cover with mirror finish logo. And then of course you have 316 stainless steel outer bottom cover. And you have 3 main screws locking the bezel and outer bottom cover down. And of course you have your automatic helium release valve, or helium escape valve. Antique style dial with loomed indexes. That's what you probably couldn't see by the video. It's got like an antique bronze. Window dial, see through the balance wheel, and the pallet fork, which although it's very small, you can see it spinning. You don't really see much of it spinning, to be honest with you. But I'm still glad they put it on there regardless. What else about the watch? Again, 3,300 feet of water resistance, 7.7 millimeter diameter with cross-sectional pattern screw and crown. That's, of course, your crown. And what else? 22 millimeters on the band width, 5 millimeters thick. And, of course, it is genuine leather as well. Now, this watch right here is limited to 300, as with all the NBS models. And this one here, unfortunately, is sold out. And I believe that Hero was nice enough. He probably sent me the very last one, which was #1. And I just really can't express how thankful I am that he sent me this particular timepiece. Now, you do have several different other color combinations that are still in stock. So I urge you, if you're interested in getting this, you make the move now. They do have another model in the bronze as well, which just has a different color band and a different color face. But if you are a fan of the bronze, you can still get it. I love the bronze because it's something very unique. It's not gold, it's not stainless, it's not plated. It's just bronze, and it really is a unique timepiece, especially for a dive watch. Bronze has been used for years in boats and ships just because of its ability to withstand the harshness of salt water. So it really is a very unique, very exceptional timepiece. Now the watches on these, depending on which color combination you get, we're gonna get the pricing, range from $1,100 to $1,400. In this particular bronze aluminum, you're looking at $1,400, which to me, for a watch of this caliber, really is pretty fair. Now the only thing, I did watch a few other videos, and a couple gentlemen who know more than me about movement said they would have liked to have seen for that price point a better movement. But let's face it, guys, all these things do is tell time, and Miyota is a very well-respected movement, and this movement is used in a lot of different watches. I believe the same movement is in a watch I just reviewed by Visser Watches. If you haven't checked them out, check them out as well. Really an exceptional timepiece as well. Very unique, and that's one thing I love about reviewing timepieces like this. When I wear a watch this unique, I just know somebody's going to say something, and it's just great conversation starter to be able to share these brands with not only you guys but just the public out in general. When I'm sitting at a bar somewhere or going out to the grocery store, and somebody's like, "Wow, that is an amazing watch. Who makes that?" And it's really cool to be able to share my passion once again with folks. So without any more discussion about the watch, let's go ahead and throw it on the wrist. Now I weigh about 165 pounds. I'm about 5'7". And I have a 7-inch wrist. So naturally, all these watches look really big on me with a 7-inch wrist. Now, the only thing I have to say about this is that if you have a big wrist, there is plenty of basically loops or holes left for you to put this watch on your wrist. For me, for a 7-inch wrist, I'm at almost the second to last hole on the band. So if you had a smaller wrist, you're really getting to the maximum, you're really making the watch as small as you could possibly get it, where it's actually going to fit. And a watch like this, you really can't wear loose because it'll bang into your wrist. With that being said, also with this watch, because the band is so thick, you're going to need to break it in. So I first put it on the third to last, and then as it started to kind of bend around my wrist, I moved into the second. You could almost go to the very last rung on this, but it'd be a little bit tight. So the second to last for a 7-inch wrist works perfectly for me. But sorry guys, if you're a smaller guy, if you're maybe getting down to the 5-inch wrist, this isn't going to work for you. You're really going to have, I would say, a 6.5 or larger size wrist to really wear this watch. Now it's not. Of course, with that being said, it's not impossible to go ahead and put another hole in this band. I'm sure you could take it to a leather guy or a shoe guy with the ability to actually put a hole in this if you really wanted to. And of course, you could always change the band on something like this to something else. I think this would look really nice in a bracelet version, but when you start going into the bronze, it's going to be hard to kind of match that. So let me get ahead and get a little closer here. I'll show you what it looks like a little bit closer up. Just a really unique timepiece. I mean, a watch like this, I'm not sure what the NBS means, but I tell you, they could have called it the reactor because it does kind of look like something you'd see in like a nuclear power plant. But, they probably didn't want to do that because there is another company whose name is Reactor Watches. And so, maybe that might have caused a problem with them. They want to stand out. But they could have called it the reaction watch. But nonetheless, the NBS, I'll find out exactly what that means or what that stands for and get back to you guys when I re-review this watch at a later date. I mean, that bronze is just really exceptional. It really is unique. And I love the fact that you have that two-tone. You have your stainless steel pillars, and of course what I would kind of consider like a case and cradle, which is not, but you have your pillars in the stainless steel and the silver color, and then of course you have that texture with the antique bronze face. I wish you could see that, but it's really hard to see. It kind of has a grain to it. And then having the gold Miyota movement in the background where you can kind of see it through the skeletonized windows. I mean, just an amazing looking timepiece. Definitely a conversation piece right there. All right, folks. Well, that was my review of the NBS watch by Delta T. I hope you guys find it as interesting as I did. I mean, I just think it's just, once again, if I didn't say enough, just a really exceptional timepiece. Again, price points on this, $1,100 to $1,400. I'm not sure if that's shipped or not. It does come directly from China, as far as my understanding. That's where this one came from. I assume that's where they all come from. If you have any questions about this watch, or can answer any other questions, or maybe haven't presented enough information about the watch, don't hesitate to drop a comment. And guys, drop a comment anyway. I love hearing what you guys think about the product, think about the video reviews, and I definitely expect a comment this time about you telling me whether you like where I'm recording now and whether you think it makes for a better video or not. Because really, you know, although I like to put up what I like to put up, I still like you guys to be happy. Although 80,000 views, 80 to 90,000 views every month on all my videos, most of those views are not from subscribers, but I still like to keep you guys happy, and I really hope that we can get this channel past that 10,000 subscriber mark. And that's what's really great, why I'm hoping to, you know, when I share a lot of these different watches with you guys, I mean, sure, you can have something like this where I just get, you know, just really excited about, and ones where I'm like, okay, well, this is a, you know, more of a subdued style watch. I just love presenting watches to you guys. It's just, I feel like there's something out there for everyone, and I just love sharing this passion for watch collecting. So once again, guys, if you like the content, click that subscribe button. Make sure the notifications on are on, or the notificate to be Some days I just can't talk. Make sure that you set it where you're notified anytime I upload a video. It'll be notifications on, where you can click that. Remember to check the links in the description. I'll put links to the Delta T watch website and any other links where you might be able to pick this watch up, maybe for you know, a different price. Also, keep in mind, I've also put links on the main page of my channel, and of course, I'm putting them under every description now. Check out my Instagram page. I'm trying to build that up as well to have a lot of different pictures and stuff, so you can see a lot of close-ups and see these watches kind of out in my environment, you know, where I just randomly snap a picture. It's kind of a great way to discover new products as well. So remember to go ahead and follow my Instagram account if that's something that you're into. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter. Go ahead and check out all those links there and get involved in the watch discussion. So once again, guys, thank you very much for watching NBS by Delta T. Alright, guys, have a great day.